Welcome to the Intrinsic English School where we help you speak English confidently and clearly. I'm Teacher Martin. In this series, we'll be looking at the topic idioms. The first chapter of this series is Defining Idioms. And if you would like to participate in the lesson while you watch, feel free to comment with your answer in the chat. Let's get started then with the definition of an idiom. An idiom is a commonly used phrase whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of the words it contains. And every culture has its idioms. So, what's a popular idiom in your culture? Comment with your answer in the chat. Also, tell us if you know what it means. Do you know what the idiom in your culture means? Let us know in the comments as well. I'm sure there are gonna be some really interesting answers, and I look forward to reading them. Now, the next part is to look at the key features of idioms. So basically what we're trying to answer here is, how can you tell if a group of words is an idiom? Alright, so the first way we can tell if a group of words are an idiom is that they have non-literal meaning. What does that mean? It means that the words don't mean what they seem to say. So for example, in the idiom, it's raining cats and dogs, it doesn't mean animals are falling from the sky. Instead, what it means is that it's raining heavily. The words in the idiom don't mean what they say. Can you think of an English idiom you know? And do the words match the meaning of the idiom? So here's your chance to show off. Can you think of an English idiom you know? And do the words match the meaning of the idiom? Share with us in the comments at least one idiom whose words and meaning you know don't match. Alright. What's another key feature of idioms? Idioms have a fixed structure. What does this mean? It means that you usually can't change the words or the order. So for example, it's raining dogs and cats. It sounds weird. Doesn't sound like an idiom. And it means something else. So what's the right way to say it? It's raining cats and dogs. There you go. Now, can you think of an English idiom you've said incorrectly? How did it make you feel? Do share what weird experience you had in the comments when you said something the wrong way and it made you feel maybe embarrassed or frustrated. Now, the third feature of idioms is culture. Like I said at the beginning, that every culture has its idioms. Idioms are culturally specific. Idioms don't translate well between languages because they depend on local expressions, history, or humor. Outside of a culture, idioms don't make as much sense. So, for example, it's raining cats and dogs. The idiom loses meaning when directly translated to either Chinese, Korean, Thai, or Japanese, and maybe to your language, makes a whole other meaning, or maybe even sounds funny. Yeah? Now, what's an English idiom that makes you laugh when translated into your language? What's an idiom that makes you laugh when translated in your language? Let us know down in the comments below. That would be super interesting to read about. Okay, now the final feature of idioms is how widely used they are. Idioms are common in both formal and informal speech. So, formal idioms, for example, are used in academia or business. So, maybe at your workplace or maybe in school, you might hear someone say, wearing multiple hats. That means they have more than one role. Someone might say climbing the corporate ladder. That means to advance your career. And if you're in the driver's seat, it means you're in control. If something is a breath of fresh air, it means it's innovative, even inspiring. And if someone were to say, be a fish in troubled waters, it means that they know how to take advantage of hard times. Formal idioms. Informal idioms are used in social settings. So you might say these to your friends, to your relatives. For example, hit the books to mean study hard. Spill the beans to mean reveal a secret. Piece of cake to mean easy. Blow off steam to mean relax or calm down. Under the weather to mean feeling sick. Informal idioms. Idioms in English are widely used, whether in a formal or informal settings. What's an idiom you have heard in a song or a movie? Can you remember the song? Can you remember the movie? And do you know the meaning of the idiom? Let us know in the comments the idiom, the meaning, and the movie or the song that you heard it in. Yeah? Wonderful. So finally, to summarize today's class, you now know what idioms are. Idioms are colorful and fixed expressions where the meaning is understood by native speakers, but not obvious from the individual words. The words don't mean what they seem to say. That's the first way to tell if a group of words are an idiom. Okay? And why do we use idioms? Well, we use idioms to make language richer, more expressive, and sometimes harder for learners to decode. So during TOEIC, IELTS, or any other kind of proficiency exam, they make sure to throw in a few idioms in the question to see if you're able to understand its meaning. And how can idioms help you? Well, if you've ever wanted to communicate smoothly with native English speakers, understand movies without subtitles, or score higher bands in speaking exams, getting comfortable with idioms will take you a long way. Therefore, in the next episode, we are going to look at the different types of idioms. And there are idioms for almost every area of life: emotional, business, money, and so on. Subscribe and follow to get notified when more classes in this series are released. If you have any comments or queries, leave them down in the comment section, and I'll do my best to get back to each one. I look forward to every one of your answers as well. I'm sure they are all very interesting. So that'll be all for today. I'm Teacher Martin for the Intrinsic English School, where we believe in helping you become confident and clear in your English. Take care. We'll see you in the next one.